My apologies if you can hear it in the background. I'm hoping that it comes out in post-editing, but it is storming like crazy outside of my house right now, so you're probably either going to hear thunder, or you're just going to hear torrential rainfall hitting my windows at some point. Welcome back to another video, fellas, and today, we're going to be talking about just the general state of YouTube, I guess. I mean, it's that kind of place right now where it's so easy to just find something to talk about with this website, and, well, we have something else. Yeah, I told you. Anyway, I made a video last night. It kind of went bonkers and weirded out by that, because I don't know. But basically, I've been talking about how I feel like YouTube is eventually going to crush my channel. They're going to find a way to try and push people like me off the platform. The commentary community in general is pretty much already under attack. Several YouTubers have either been fully demonetized or they've been shadow banned from the platform, things like that. And I gotta assume it's only a matter of time before it happens to me. And I'm willing to tell you guys that if YouTube pushes me off the platform, I'm probably never going to come back. I mean, I have no plan to just up and quit, at least for the time being. I mean, I like making videos and whatnot, but it's just been, it's been one of those times here on YouTube where people are just getting purged and whatnot, so. But speaking of getting fucked, huge shout out to today's sponsor, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is America's leading adult toy and product company, providing a 45-year track record of excellence with a wide variety of products for pretty much all of your needs. Sex toys, lubricants, lingerie, games, movies, and more. Adam and Eve has a 100% satisfaction guarantee with a no questions asked return policy in case that you aren't 100% satisfied with your order. They also offer discreet billing and shipping, so when you go out, you don't have any worries about the nosy neighbors seeing the package and go, oh hey, a fully normal functioning person lives next door to me. But if getting products for men, women, and couples discreetly sent to your door with 100% satisfaction guarantee was not enough, here's 50% off of one item along with free shipping in the United States or Canada by using code Optimus. Thank you to the sponsors, Adam and Eve, and let's go ahead and get on with this video. With that being said, I want to talk about a few specific points in which I'm talking about with this, okay? So you may or may not have seen my video in which I talk about the YouTube copyright system, right? I mean, you may or may not have. Once again, it's got good viewership and whatnot. I'm assuming that if you're still watching and whatnot, you probably have seen it, or you at least know what I'm talking about. Leafy's here, he got a bunch of copyright strikes, and then a couple other channels got a couple of copyright strikes, and it put a bunch of channels at risk, and it's been happening. I mean, but it's been like a serious issue here on YouTube for a little while now, right? I mean, copyright has always been kind of a problem, but now we're talking about full-on attacks against the community. I mean, once again, I've talked about this, but we see YouTubers just getting purged or getting attacked. One example is Augie RFC. I've talked about him a few times now. He was one channel here on YouTube that I can honestly say was an up-and-coming channel. I mean, I've followed dozens of channels at this point from the time that they were at a couple thousand until they kind of broke out and started doing crazy things. I've gotten to a point on YouTube where I understand things so well that I can generally watch someone's content and be like, yeah, here in a couple years, they'll definitely have a pretty good following. They'll definitely have cemented themselves a place here on the platform. And that was one of the people. Augie was one of those people where I was watching him and I saw him doing good things, right? Like, he definitely had a shot to really turn this whole YouTube thing into his bitch. But no, YouTube fully demonetized his content. And this is where I'm kind of going to break off into a quote-unquote conspiracy. I don't believe it's a conspiracy. I think that there's definitely analytical evidence that this is a case, but on YouTube, when you're in the partner program, and I would assume even if you're not, right, your videos being monetized seems very important to the viewership of that content. It's very noticeable. Like, if you publish a video and it goes, let's say, 30 minutes, completely monetized, and it's got its own trend going, right? Like, it's either doing well, it's not doing well, whatever. The minute that video gets struck for demonetization, you can see a very noticeable shift in how that video performs. Like, it'll be getting, I don't know, if you're a bigger creator or something, it'll be getting like 1,000 views a minute, right? For the first 30 minutes. But if it gets demonetized, it goes from 1,000 views a minute instantaneously to like 150 views a minute. So, I mean, if you have a video that gets demonetized, you'll oftentimes see its performance cut 85%. The video becomes a dud in the water. You've essentially uploaded shit that will never get pushed in YouTube's algorithms. It'll never get sent out into the notification feeds for your fans. That's kind of just how it is. And YouTube, to the end of their fucking lifetime, is going to deny that this is something that's happening. But in my opinion, it's extremely hard to deny something that, number one, makes logical sense, but also, number two, has the statistics for pretty much everyone who's had it happen to prove that it's going on. I think YouTube doesn't want people to know that this is going on because it would cause a major controversy and it would cause a major stir, and people would be pissed that their money is rightfully being taken from them in some situations, but in most situations, not very rightfully being taken from them, and it kills their performance, which affects how their videos do. But the reason that I think YouTube really is doing something behind the scenes to cause this is because content that's not making them money doesn't really help their company. Sure, people are uploading videos onto the platform, it's the biggest video platform on the planet, but YouTube wants to make money off of that content. They don't give a shit about people uploading videos without making them money. If they did, Jimmy Kimmel and every other corporate hack that's been on the platform for 3 years and is suddenly the biggest thing getting pushed since fucking, I don't even know, okay? So they wouldn't be the priority of this website, but they are. Tipster also got fully demonetized because he covered the news. Yeah, he covered drama content here on YouTube. Elucidia, who I talked about in that video with Leafy, has been pretty much reinstated. They got the strikes taken off their channel and everything, which is great news, but it's a problem that's been affecting YouTube. And with that being said, I now want to kind of shift the focal point of this video to Keemstar. Wow, surprise, no one's talked about Keemstar recently, right? Haha, hee hee, funny. Now, Keemstar uploaded a video, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday as well. Keemstar uploaded a video called The Video Vigilante Against H3H3 Productions. This was made by Gokinaru. It's like an hour and a half long. It brings up a lot of shit about Ethan, right? I mean, it's been widely considered by the community as kind of like the content cop on H3H3, which, you know, say whatever you want about it. It's whatever. It doesn't really affect the fact. The video was widely banned off of YouTube in 2019 because YouTube pushed out new guidelines, and they said that the video simulated violence against another creator because in the video, he basically pretends to shoot H3H3 or whatever. I don't think it's really that serious. I don't think anyone really saw it that serious. I don't know. Maybe people did actually think it was a big deal. I thought it was pretty clear that he wasn't threatening H3H3 and that he had no intentions of killing him or whatever. Maybe the scene did kind of push the line a little bit in terms of making the point, but Keemstar re-uploaded that video and it was pretty much immediately taken down. And recently, he got suspended from the YouTube Partner Program for 2 weeks because of this. Now, let me go ahead and explain this to you. YouTube Partner Program is essentially what monetizes your channel. So basically, he's getting no money for content for the next 2 weeks here on YouTube because he uploaded that video and it was considered a violation of the guidelines. Now, YouTube gave him a warning, but then they suspended him from monetization for 2 weeks. Say whatever you want about Keemstar. I understand why people don't like him. I really do. I think that it's going a bit fucking far to take money from him for 2 weeks because he even edited the video, but because he uploaded a video that YouTube doesn't like. He edited out that part, right? I mean, he edited to where they had like toilet plungers instead of guns, and it was making like squeaky sounds or whatever instead of gun sounds. I mean, it wasn't like he was like just uploading it uncut or whatever. They did make changes to the video. But even then, that is now worthy of you losing 2 weeks of your fucking revenue on YouTube. And if people think that it's going to get any better from here, no, it's not. I mean, we thought shit was bad in 2017 when they announced that videos would become demonetized. Because back in like 2014, 15, 16, you could essentially monetize anything on YouTube. There wasn't a problem. And I mean, I get, you know, you can't advertise some shit. They don't want terrorist organizations out here making propaganda and making money to fund them. I get that. But I really don't see how YouTube is willing to suspend somebody's monetization for 2 weeks because of some very basic shit. You know, shit that isn't even that bad. So if we've gone from that point where everyone's like, oh shit, videos actually can be demonetized, to the point where YouTube is handing out suspensions over shit from the program, they're already mass demonetizing channels and content. They're basically just weeding out the community, the commentary community. They've already admitted pretty much publicly that they don't like drama content and the commentary community. But that's the point that we're at. And it's not going to get any better. YouTube's not going to get any better. It, once again, is the only fucking company on planet Earth that I can think of that hasn't found a way to monetize this kind of stuff that they're so vehemently against. People getting shot is in video games, it's in music, it's on television every fucking day, it's in movies, it's in books. Every other form of entertainment has figured this out. They've come to the roadblock where they're like, oh shit, this is controversial. Can we monetize it? And they found a way. They have found a way to do it. Yet YouTube, being one of the biggest companies that's ever existed on planet Earth, being one of the most influential companies on planet Earth, has found no way to figure this out. How are we going to monetize violent video game gameplay in the background of a video? Oh shit, what do we do? They might find it controversial. And that's pretty weird because violent video games sell video games are the most profitable entertainment in the world right now. The video game industry makes more than television, it makes more than movies, it makes more than music. They've found a way to monetize very horrible scenes of shit. And sure, it's controversial, right? Grand Theft Auto, controversial, still the best-selling piece of entertainment in history. Television, every single day there's drugs, sex, violence, cussing. It's all over television. They bleep out some of the cuss words, but that's pretty much as far as they go. Maybe cut out some of the more violent scenes due to government guidelines. Yet YouTube can't fucking figure out how to protect me for saying fuck 7 times in a video from losing advertiser backing. What advertiser cares about shit on television? Do you see Coca-Cola pulling off of TV because some guy on there got bleeped for saying fuck too many times? No, you don't see that. They're still willing to advertise it. So how does YouTube constantly get punked into making these ridiculous changes that ruins their website, that ruins the feasibility of making this a living for 80% of people? I don't know. I don't understand. But the point is it's someone like Keemstar with millions of subscribers, he's got to have some sort of backing in YouTube. I don't care what anyone says. He's got to have, they have to have someone talking to Keemstar. With all of that, he got suspended for 2 weeks. Imagine if another channel did some shit like that. I would assume a smaller channel is going to get fucked if they do something like that, if we're being honest. I mean, but that's the point we've reached on this platform. That's the point that YouTube has come to. It's more than a broken platform. It's a website that can't understand the basics of being an entertainment platform. It's a website that has no protection for creators. It's a website that doesn't really care about independency anymore. They care about corporations because, let's be honest, YouTube is a corporation, but it doesn't mean that it's less fucked up. The YouTube community has been under attack in several different ways for a very long time. I mean, copyright trolls, copyright claims being faked by music companies to steal revenue, YouTube's bullshit policies and updates, ridiculous controversies started by literally anyone that cause massive adpocalypses, and none of them know how to handle it. So the YouTube community is going to remain under attack. YouTubers are going to keep disappearing. They're going to keep getting mass demonetized. They're going to keep getting wiped out of search results because if YouTube tries to say that they don't blacklist people and they don't shadow ban, they're fucking lying. I mean, every website does it at this point. Every major social media does it at this point. YouTube is no different, and that's just the way that it's going to continue to be. So there's going to be a certain point in YouTube's history where the community says, I've kind of had enough of this bullshit. I've kind of had enough of YouTube stepping all over everyone's back. I'm kind of sick of YouTube not letting me say what I want to say. And there's gonna hopefully be a website that figures it out. I wish Amazon would get their shit together and just do it. Just make a video platform, make another YouTube, have ad policies, have ad guidelines, but make them fucking reasonable. Try and fix the copyright system. I understand that these websites have to be protected from being legally involved in the situation, but there has to be something that can be done, other than YouTube just saying, well, guys, you're not allowed to make fun of anybody anymore, or else advertisers are going to get really upset about that. And make sure you don't cuss too much because advertisers, they don't like that. You mean that there's been 80,000 movies in the last 25 years that have been much more gruesome, violent, and overall just bad? More worse than YouTube when it comes down to these things that have made millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars? Oh, we don't know anything about that. I mean, I don't know if everyone sees it at this point, but the YouTube platform is under attack, and the idea that YouTube started out with is no longer there. The fact that someone in their fucking bedroom could just make videos and become a sensation overnight, no longer really there. Because if you say something that YouTube doesn't like, or that even anyone else doesn't like, it will create an issue, and you will be shadow banned, and you will be blocked out of search results, and you will be demonetized. And when you are demonetized, your content reach gets drastically reduced, and you're not making enough money to justify spending the time on it, when you could be working another job or chasing something else. That's the way that it's become here on YouTube, and that's the way that it's gonna remain for a very long time. I don't know how long. I don't know if YouTube will suddenly one day have an acid epitome where they just realize finally what's going on and just fix everything. But until there's some serious change with the platform, that is very unlikely.